Mandalay Wellbeing CIC was established in 2017. It's a community interest company, not-for-profit, that is designed to help people through a range of various projects. So Football Against Dementia really came not from an idea, from a donation from a local GP, Dr. Sheldon, about 3 years ago, who donated us a football kit. I saw Chris Sutton, the former Norwich City footballer, had a video about his dad, Mike Sutton, on the BBC. Mike Sutton passed away from dementia, and the story really resonated with me. I wanted to raise funds to purchase a memorial bench.
Great Yarmouth is a very deprived seaside town, so we have lots of people that have a lot of social needs. Often the first place they come is to a GP, but Trevor offers another layer of support for the town. For my patients, he's been a huge help because he's been able to offer them clothing and food, particularly during COVID when there were big issues locally with people not being able to get out. It's important to raise awareness of a condition that's sometimes neglected and sometimes people don't have a huge amount of knowledge about.
My mum has dementia, she's had dementia for 8 years, and it's a really, really tough journey.
Not only it's a fabulous cause, what you're doing, is also my mum has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's for several years now, and it's tough. It needs to be recognised more, the help needs to be more, and support for families with people with dementia, there needs to be more available.
For us to be able to support financially to make it happen, but then also to be able to facilitate the incredible day that we had at the Wellesley football ground, bringing together the Sutton family to celebrate Mike Sutton and that story and bring that to the forefront, was something that we all wanted to do as part of the family of the Hippodrome and of Yarmouth Football Club.
Ken and I are absolutely delighted to be asked to be ambassadors for Football Against Dementia. Sadly, I lost my mother about 12 years ago with this terrible disease, and it's awful to watch people go down. Ken being in football has meant that we have met many families that have also lost their husbands from this disease, and people like Martin Peters from West Ham, Duncan Forbes from Norwich were our very close friends, and to see them with this terrible disease was absolutely awful.
I keep in touch with Gordon Lee, who was former Everton manager, was my manager at Port Vale many years ago, and we keep in touch, and he always signs off with the word hang on to your memories, which I thought was a lovely saying.
And when I heard that, I thought that was really appropriate to what we're looking to do
memories,
here,
yeah.
Football Against Dementia. Sammy, welcome aboard.
Thanks very
so
much.
It's very good. Thank you.
All the very best to you. Thank you.
I always remember the first day I noticed that something was wrong. It was Christmas Day. And he was at my house. He'd come home from Spain to stay, was having Christmas at mine, and we were all getting ready, and he had this rule that he'd made since we were young, that the family all had to be round by midday. The champagne cork popped at midday. If you weren't there, you missed out. it was that simple. And so we were all getting ready, but he was struggling to get ready. He came down sort of half dressed, and to begin with, I think I just sort of joked about it. It's like, come on, like, we're waiting for you. Go get your shirt on, get yourself ready. And he disappeared off to get his shirt on again, but came down still without it. And again, I sort of said, stop pissing about, get on with it, just like he would have done. And so he went up again, came back without it. And this happened several times. And then he came down with a scarf. And I suddenly just stood there and thought, hold on a minute, you're not messing around. Like, there's something wrong. God, this is really tough.
The nature of the disease is what makes it brutal to watch someone just mentally just not be the same anymore.
I love football. I love Norwich City Football Club. I love the football family. I hate dementia. I'm bringing them together to help people.